Grace Cathedral atop Nob Hill, the third largest Episcopal cathedral in the United States, a Bay Area landmark for 70 years. The cathedral was not always so grand. The first Grace Church, built in the gold rush year of 1849, its pastor sailed around Cape Horn to get to the city. The second, a larger building gutted by the 1906 earthquake and fire, a catastrophe, an opportunity. Michael Lampin is Grace Cathedral's archivist.
The Crocker family, who owned two mansions on this present site, very generously donated this land for a cathedral, since their two mansions here had burned also in the fire.
Fundraising began in the flush 20s. By 1928, there was enough to start. Construction of reinforced concrete made to look like stone. The lesson of the big one had been learned. The building project continued into the Depression. By 1934, the $3 million raised was spent. The building wasn't finished, but there was enough to pause.
Well, the older part of the cathedral is the choir, transepts, and the first half of the nave. We're seated very close to the dividing line right here. And there was a temporary partition wall here, which we called the Iron Curtain, which closed off the unfinished building.
You can see the difference in the stained glass windows. The older ones have smaller glass, the more recent, larger, bolder pieces. Other than that, the transition's nearly seamless. Construction to complete the building resumed in 1962. The new section cost twice the amount of the old, dedicated in 1964. To mark that occasion, a parishioner gave a remarkable gift, the Ghiberti front doors.
They're replicas of the famous doors in the cathedral in Florence. They're Old Testament scenes. But these are one of the few sets ever made of the original, based directly on the originals.
A separate piece of building, 1941, the tower that holds the bells that chime the hours.
This tower and the bells were given by Dr. Nathaniel Coulson, an Englishman who came to San Francisco and made a fortune in real estate and was a dentist here. And he essentially lived on $1 a day for the last few years of his life to build this tower and the bells.
Time passes, but the cathedral's still not complete. Some sections of the ceiling are finished, others remain open. And there's always an opportunity for more stained glass.
You can argue, is the cathedral ever finished? Maybe not. I always mention it to our visitors, so maybe someday somebody will decide to help us.
Grace Cathedral, a work not complete, just like all of us. And that's today's history lesson.